where my grandmother passed away. That's where things started to change in my life. There was that kind of street gang people. So I've got introduced in selling drugs. Second time, when I got arrested, they came at the house. If I'm not mistaken, there were 17 or more police car. Greetings everyone. My name is Dr. Patrick Majin.
Betrayal Corner. Journey into the dark side of trust.
And I was born and raised from Mpumalanga at a place called Kwamhlanga. I was raised by my grandmother. I never knew my mother, I never knew my father. Growing up as a young black child without parents, giving me a very, very, very big challenge. So when I grew up, I was having too much friends. Even the neighborhood, they supported me with so many things. Until the day where my grandmother passed away. That's where things started to change in my life. 2006, it was the 14th December when my grandmother passed away. I remember that day because I was celebrating that I'm going to high school. So by that time, I had no one, only her. Even my grandfather passed away a long time ago. But by that time, I have no one, only her. Buy their stuff. So I've learned to hustle in the early age. I remember when I was selling peanuts at school with this container, ice cream container. I think it's a 5 kg or 5 liter or 4. Yeah, I was selling peanuts at school only to survive because if I know that it's only me and my grandmother. So I've learned to hustle in the early age. Going back there, I've grown up, my grandmother passed away, and that's where I left alone. So even the states of hustling have to improve. I have to change the way I was hustling because of now it's no longer only for what I was checking in, maybe for example the pocket money for school or those things that I can get easy things with that money that I was using to sell. There was this guy I met with, Brazix. I met with Brazix. He was older than me. I can say it was kind of my uncle because he was older than me. I wouldn't say he was my brother because he was way too older than me. Brazix with his friend, there was that kind of street gang people, and I was the youngest person among them. So I remember when I got introduced on them, they found me on the street, yeah, and I was looking for something to smoke because I've started to smoke weed in the early age. So when I met with these guys, they were looking for the same thing that I was looking at. They was looking for. So I've got to know them when times go that they're doing a dodgy stuff. But I fall in love with them. Every stuff that they were doing because of end of the day, I've got something to eat. End of the day, I survive. Even though that I wasn't going with them in some other places where they go to hustle. But one thing that they used to do each and every time when they go out, when they come back, they give me money, they give me tools to stash for them. Each and everything, whatever they got, they give me to stash for them because they know that there were no cops to come in my place. You see, so, and even my friends, they never know that I was spending much time with them because of the side hustling that they're doing. So I've got introduced in selling drugs. Start selling weed. So they gave me weed. I remember when they start giving me weed that time, it was a good hustle though. It was a good hustle. That's where I saw that street hustling got money. Start selling weed. By that time I was still in grade 11. By the time I was selling weed, Cops keep on coming on my place. They keep on coming. Sometimes I go, they catch me 2 days, 3 days, or a week, and then we come back. I keep on doing the stuff. The business. The business was rolling and booming. Some of my neighborhood, they even noticed and saw how people they were getting in and out. I won't say it was good business because of it was dodgy. They start introducing me in drugs now. We start selling crystal and the what do you call it? Menrex. Yes. We start selling crystal and menrex. By the time we start selling those stuff, that's where problem started. Each and every neighborhood has their own rules, and I never know about those rules. Each and every drug dealer, or I can say drug dealers, they have their store, or they have where they pay taxes. I never know about that. Weed is a different thing, but when you start selling drugs, that's where the problem starts. I remember I didn't even finish 3 days selling with Menrex and crystal. Cops they come, even those people they call themselves Boko Harams, they come. Some of them they come wanted to see where did I get the stuff. Cops they got me there. Okay, because of I've got reliable friends, those one they give me stuff. They pay bail for me. Okay, I can say prior for bail. I've got out. Second time, when I got arrested, they came at the house. I remember it was 2011. 2011, it was 2011, 18 February. 2011, 18 February, early in the morning. I think maybe it was operation. It was that time when I moved from Mpumalanga, I went to Pretoria. Remember, I was doing dodgy stuff there with my guys there, and when I moved to from Mpumalanga to Pretoria, okay, I was stable for that period of weeks. When they come there, those cops they are from Mpumalanga. They came in early in the morning, then they requested a backup from Pretoria on Soshanguve police station. They requested the backup. They came to my place. When they arrived there, if I'm not mistaken, there were 17 or more police cars outside my yard. Early in the morning by 6 o'clock. When they arrived, it was early in the morning, and they caught me with so many drugs, weed, drugs, even unlicensed gun. I think that was they got me in too many trouble. Unlicensed gun, and some of them they have too many crimes. And even though it was in my guns, but they got me with guns. Remember I told you that Brazils and their crew, when they come back, they give me stuff to stash it. So I was keeping their stuff for them while they're going to do their stuff, enjoying whatever they got. But their stuff, I was the keeper. So they got me with 4 guns, unlicensed gun, weed, crystal, and Menrex. That's where I get arrested. It was 2011, 18 February. Then I've got sentenced for 2.5 years. I remember when I get inside the prison, when they're talking about hell, I think there is no hell better than that one. I remember when I get in the prison, knowing very well that I have crews outside that they can back up me, but I've met so many challenges because of, even though they can back up me while they're outside, but they cannot always wash my back because of they are not there. So when I get inside the prison, I have to choose friends. I have to make friends. I have to survive. It's me alone there. So there was this time we have to choose sides. I have, I have, I had to choose sides when it's come to survivor. So when you go to prison, there's rules as well. Sounds like everywhere, because of even your house, there's rules. School, there's rules. Everywhere there's rules. So there's rules there that we're living under. Everything that we do is going according to the rules. I never know that because of I never got sentenced to stay long in prison. So my sentence was 2 months, 2 year, and 2.5 years. So when I get to prison, I had to. I remember when I met the gang part. I have to choose sides. In prison, we have so many gang parts, but the most important thing is 3: 26, 27, and the 28. So I have to choose sides to survive. So I slept in the left side, which is 26. Through to those 26, there was so many things that I have to sacrifice on it. I even got where I've got the order to step a prison warder. It wasn't easy anyway. It's not like outside. It wasn't easy because of that you don't get that chance to get close to that prison warder. They command you. They give you an order to do the stuff. So it took me 2 days to complete the job, but I did it. I stepped the prison warder. And by that time I stepped the prison warder, I never felt any pain. I never felt any regretment because of I was also fighting for my survival. Because of when they give you the order, if you don't do the order, you're in problem. You're in trouble because of the secret. So it's either you do, or if you don't do, someone will do the very same thing that they ordered you to do. So I've stepped the prison warder. Luckily, he didn't pass away. Went to hospital, and then he survived. Then I get to the gang. Through to the crew, there's so many things. Some of them I can't even reveal them. But what I can say is, any challenges that you face, it's on you. Any challenges that you meet is on you. You have to man up. Because of now, okay, I have backup. I have people that they can back up me inside the prison now. I have to survive because of there was no one who come to visit me. There was no one who come to bring things for me. So I have to man up and survive in prison now. Now I have a backup. I have backup outside, I have backup inside. I can't guarantee everything. Even outside, I can't guarantee everything. Even inside, I can't guarantee everything. When you sleep with the one eye. Because each and every day is your danger day. I remember there was this time when they find a cell phone in our cell. They punish us all. Our rules, when they find something in your cell, you don't talk. Anyone will talk. It may not last the night. Because you talk, they punish us. What else could happen to you? You are a snitch. So snitch, you don't do snitch. So they got a cell phone in our cells. So they start punishing us. And there was other guy. I remember that guy. We never get along with him. But he wanted to turn things around. Because he knows that I was kind of selling cigarettes. Even that small weed. inside there just to survive, get something, because of we've got work, but it doesn't pay that much. So that you can, if ever you want to survive, you want to live better, we have to contribute and do something else that can get you money. So I was selling cigarettes. Sometimes you do you sell cigarettes in exchange of food, because the inmate doesn't have cash. We don't use cash in prison. We use cards. Not even cards. That's when in outside banks. We have our own shop in prison. So when you got something, you got it. You put it in your card so that you can use it. There was this time I stepped the other prison again. I remember I was sentenced for 2 years, 2.5 years. I stepped the prison water. They put, it was 3 years above. Then I stepped the other inmate. Actually, it was a fight, and I had to defend myself. When the prison water gate inside there, they find my hands full of blood, and I've used the toothbrush to stab the inmate. I've went to secret cells underground almost for 3 months, because of it was the second time I stabbed someone in prison. So they put me in underground cell for 3 months. That's where I've learned, or I've started to think for the future, because of it's no longer the same now. And I didn't even know how long will I last, how long will they put me in underground. So we stayed there. It was not only me, but in my cell I was alone, only for 3 months. It's kind of punishment. I stayed there for 3 months, and then that's where I've started to think twice. To start thinking of changing the way I'm doing things, because of I may not get out here. After 3 months, they take me back to where I was before. From that time, I've started to think twice. I never do things that I was doing it before, because of now I'm looking at the years that I have now. It was 7 years. First, when I came in here, it was 2.5. Now I have 7 years in prison, because of the things that I was doing, only to survive. I never meant to, but only to survive. I have managed to change my doings, to change the character, until I've got the chance to apply for a parole. In that period of 2.5 years, I never go to court, because of they was always suspending my date, suspending my date. I think for 2 years, they suspended my dates, the court dates, for 2 years. So when I appear in court, that's where I started to apply for a parole. In prison, we have so many things that we can do. If ever you want to continue your studies, you want to do Bible studies, you want to do arts, you want to do what, it's on your mindset. First, me, when I get there, I was young and ambitious. So I wanted to experience, not exactly to experience, but I wanted to survive in the other way that I was doing it outside. But it's not the same, because here, every man for himself. So by the time I went to court after 2 years, now my year is 7 years in prison. So I went to court, applied for parole. Finally, I've got it. And then they introduced me to a parole officer. They check my study, they check my doing, they check my character, they check everything. And then they granted me a parole. When I remember when I get out, it was 2017. 2017, 13 November. 2017, 13 November, yes. When I get out, I had nowhere to go because of when you go out with parole, your family member has to come and sign for you, and so that you can go and live with them. Remember, when you're out with parole, multiple times police officers, they come there and check on you. There's other distances that you won't even go. I remember 3 weeks after I'm out in prison, that's where I saw that I've wasted so many time in prison without doing anything because of I was left behind. So many things has been improved, and my mindset is still back in there. I can count so many things, but to minimize time, so many things was improved by that time. So I have to catch up, and catching up is not easy. So I start to think twice and pursue my characterism of acting, and I wanted to give it back to community. First, before in the days, before I go to prison, I wasn't a good guy. But I've told myself in prison, and I've managed to change my doing and my acting. So after parole, when I got out, I've told myself that now I want to do different. Now I want to pursue my career. Now I want to think for my generation. So now I've went to pursue my characters in a career of acting, music, even other stuff. Kids that love me now. Back in the days, no one did, but now kids love me. The old people love me. Folks love me. Even my age group, even though we have so many to competition and but when you are ex-con prisoner, I don't think there's anyone of the ex-con prisoner who want to get back to that place. Not even maybe if ever we have nothing to do outside the world. Remember what I said in the beginning. If ever they're talking about hell, I've been in hell and come back. So I don't want to go there. One thing I can say through to my fans and people who knows me or people who like or who support my works now, everything that you do is start on your mindset. It's on you. It depends on you what kind of a person you want to be. You want to be remembered, you want to be respected, or you want to be feared. One thing I can say, when people fear you, you don't last long. But when they respect you, everything that you do, it will last long and you're going to be remembered. That's why I've changed my doing. I won't say a bad thing about Brazix because of he taught me so many things. He taught me so many things. In some part outside the world, I wouldn't survive without him. See, but there's where friends, they can turn back when you have a really, really serious problem. That's why they say when you want to test your friend, test them when you are in a bad situation. You will see who is your friend. Today, what I would like to say, in every where this video will reach, each and every, in a mindset of a young man who's growing up. Think twice what you're doing. Because what you're doing now, what you do now, can haunt you in the future. I've got the order to step a prison warder. To start thinking of changing the way I'm doing things because of I may not get out here.